Alright, now then. Fourth trial, part 2. Cusco's poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
Wait. Source of the powder? There's a broken bottle, which was labeled Chem C4. The powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. The powder would have had to be spilled after the incident. The powder would have to have been spilled after... Okay, yeah, we know that, actually. Okay, Chem C4. And the footprints in the powder. Someone left footprints in the powder spilled in the chem lab. Footprints appeared only on the left. Okay, so that has the area on them.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in section A.
Okay.
Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
First, I went to section C.
Okay. So I gotta
That's
listen to
when
this
I
again.
grabbed the poison.
Okay. C in the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from section C to section A.
So that would be it, right?
No, that's wrong.
Because there would have been footprints on... There was
You
powder
said you
on
went to get the poison from
Sakura's
section
foot.
C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
Was Sakura planning on killing somebody?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
She walked as so not to aggravate the sandworms.
No, that can't be it.
I was just nervous. I didn't notice I'd left a footprint. Huh?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
well, you see...
Why would she have admitted to it then, if that was the case?
What the hell? What's going on here?
I'm so
And the
confused.
footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh, here we go.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Bakana! Masaka!
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Oh?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh.
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Damn, let her cook.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
Okay.
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Wow, what a dingus.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Nani?
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Fuck. Don't make me do it.
Huh? Me?
I'm actually, for once, I agree with Makoto.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
But I don't. The shard of glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. The rec room window.
I got it!
Yeah.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
To the
The
window.
window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
to the
So I
wall.
think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question.
Well, obviously, if Makoto got it wrong, she'd just like bring a vaudeville-style hook to get him off the screen and be like, "Nope, nope, I got this one. My bad, actually."
How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Actually, it was supposed to be a bottle of poison, but it was actually a bottle of protein.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should have been on section... Oh, fuck. She grabbed the poison, swapped it with A, and then put it back on A. It should have been on section A, right?
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that
Why?
bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Why would she have lied so much about
It was
it?
there at least until the window got broken. In other
To the
words,
wall.
when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Dang.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
What if Hina did a swap? What if she did do the swap, but the swap had already been done? So she actually just gave her protein?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Okay.
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Right, because it was resting over glass.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Kind of.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. Yeah, I know this one. Oh boy, here we go.
When it comes to that protein can,
It would be empty protein drink, right? The shards of glass from the window that were broken to get into the room were found both around and underneath the container. Okay.
there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the...
No.
I just knew it was going to be something he said, right? I knew it had to be. I was just waiting for another yellow thing to pop
You
up as he
remember
was
how there
talking.
was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it.
Nani?
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Okay, so the protein can was just a red herring the whole time.
I see. So that's your
Ooh, Byakuya, you're looking rather guilty.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, That would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all
Interesting.
true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Was she gonna end herself when she said she was gonna end it all today? Did she just feel guilt over everything?
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Oh man.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Is this gonna be a trial with nobody found guilty? That would be insane if so.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura because there was powder on her shoe, right?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying!
Yeah.
Stop lying!
It's on her foot.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. That's... You could have worded that better, dude. Oh god, here we go.
You're a liar!
And
What are you
2,
saying?
and 3,
Wrong.
and
You're
4,
wrong.
and
I'm telling
1,
you, I
and
did it.
2, and
Stop
3,
talking.
and 2,
You're a liar!
and
Wrong!
4,
You're
and
wrong!
1, and 2, and
Wrong! You're
4,
wrong!
and...
I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Oh, that was easy. There was no... I was like
Do you
so...
have any kind of proof Sakura
Oh,
took the poison?
Okay.
This should prove it.
Okay, I didn't actually have to pick my bullet that time. I have to give my 100% concentration to
Did you
these when
know
that's
that
going on.
Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Huh?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Mmm.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from...
Oops, my bad.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
My god, stop calling her ogre,
And it was
please.
only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
Okay.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
Makoto thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison!
Was Sakura planning on killing somebody else? Or...
Because I killed her!
This could go like...
No, you didn't kill her.
So many different ways. The connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Oh, fuck. Do I dare pick Sakura? Do I have evidence? Like, we know that the evidence was for Sakura, right? With the powder on her instep?
Here's my answer.
Is this correct?
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
No way.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
If this is how this ends, like, I'm gonna be so shook.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
I never, if it ends with nobody being the killer, like, I never would have foreseen this coming.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Damn. Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room, right? She didn't want anyone to be able to save her.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
I mean, that would also explain how her body moved. If someone else would have killed her, they would have had to move her, right?
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
But why?
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why?
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead.
Did Sakura, like, tell her?
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
Oh, was it like a plan? Like, Sakura thought, like, that if they could, like, pin the murder on somebody else and, like, get everyone to vote for somebody, like, everyone would die and it would just end it all?
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about
He was
it,
too dumb to notice
the more
anything.
I realize how
He admits it.
unusual your actions were.
Have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
Was this literally just supposed to be like a mass execution kind of thing that Sakura was planning? Sakura and Hina?
There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone. Ugh. Ogre.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide.
Oh man, if it ends like this with nobody else being executed, that's so interesting
In
to
order
me.
to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet,
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
Yeah, she's so insistent that she did it.
It's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
Hina just wants a verdict, right? She just wants anyone to be found guilty.
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh yeah, we have to end it properly. We have to do the dang thing. Okay, okay, so Act 1. Given the notes too. So Byakuya got the other one, right? He looks so evil there. Okay, Act 2. Toko went and hid in the locker. Right? So then Hiro comes in, gets the candy, smashes her with the bottle. So his was the night, right? Crash. Then he goes and writes Toko on the thing and then dips. Toko comes out. Finds the magazine, puts it back upside down for whatever reason. Oops. She's still awake, passes out. Jill comes out. I like this one right here. She looks like she's powering up. Alright, so that's the smash with the queen piece, right? She goes and she cleans it up and dips. Sakura, meanwhile, says, "How could this all have gone so wrong for me?" So Bloody takes the chemicals, right? And drinks it. Everyone comes in here. Well, there's the... Yeah, there's the culprit, as it usually is. Okay, sees that. What all do we still have? Secrets it away. And then plants the... Or was that it? No, that's there. I think I got it. I think that's it. Makes sense to me.
The killer is you.
Okay. Let's watch this play out.
Began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
I feel like this one was the most straightforward of the ones, just because like all the little pictures I had to put were so vastly different from each other for the most part.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toka. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Mm-hmm.
Next
I'm just
to
really
arrive was
curious.
Hiro.
I'm just really curious as to whether or not Hina's actually going to get executed here. Because I think it would be...
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
I think it would just be so much more interesting for the plot to have nobody get executed here, and everyone has to like go forward knowing this. I think that would be so fascinating. There's the jar-breaking noise
Without
again.
thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it.
I love it. I love that sound effect so much.
Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
This was
But
a
of
really
course,
interesting
Toko had
trial.
witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
It was really interesting, but also at the same time, like, it played out really quickly for each one, for everyone else to say, like, I killed her.
she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
It's not over yet. This means it's over, usually. The comic book thing.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura,
And got really excited about it.
and she freaked out.
Nice. A third one.
And
Rule of
just like
threes,
Hiro,
right?
She grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Sucks for her.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And
Glug,
there,
glug, 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 glug,
she
glug.
took her final breath.
The worst IPA she ever drank.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
I'm talking, of course, about the style of beer known as the India Poison Ale. Not India Pale Ale. What would you think?
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
This is why I was so like clueless heading into this one about who had actually done the locked room thing and how they had gotten away with it, because I never suspected it was actually Sakura who did it.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
Also, shoutouts to the in the upper left, the picture of Toko in between Byakuya and Kyoko. Like, look at her just back there. Her hair all floating up in the air, looking like a menace. It's a good picture.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort.
Look at that dramatic Makoto. I did the dang
That's
thing.
the full truth of the case.
I think aside from that first bullet time thing, I think that's the only thing I actually messed up on.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to...
How did you, the idiot, manage to solve it?
How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean,
He is the ultimate lucky student after all, right?
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Fucking got him.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
And then he commits suicide too. Oh shit, it's over. Damn, dog. I just dabbed. And I hit my microphone.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
There's no need to vote, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Monokuma just wanted to go, yes! Kill!
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened?
Sakura?
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Wait, are we actually voting here? Let me save just in case I make the wrong choice. Because I don't know if the game would want me to pick Sakura so that everyone stays alive, or pick Hina because she was her accomplice.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Or if they're all just going to say, fuck off, Monokuma. We're not voting. Or if it just does it automatically. Okay, so it's Sakura. This is the better choice, I think. And there's no need for an execution. Yeah, you got it. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura.
My entire existence!
What did you say?
There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Why'd you do that?
Don't be mean.
What is this?
Because that's the point, right? Because this sucks. Yeah. The reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious?
What is this?
Let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. Damn. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and gave her a piece of candy. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of... I can't do that voice anymore.
No forgiveness.
Try to protect me, but because of me,
Can't forgive this.
my closest friend got hurt.
I...
My friends are all gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. Huh? I just want to talk to them.
Hina.
You know, honestly, I think Sakura could take the three of them in a fight. Alone.
They're friends.
Aww. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. This sucks. And yet, y'all bonked her on the head. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
Forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Hina. Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
I have
a
a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please. Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. I always liked Sakura, by the way. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. Yeah, that's what I said, right? She was trying to take everyone down with her. Just as long as she gets a verdict, right? Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
Oh god, Monokuma, hello.
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own interpretation on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
In other words,
What I'm really trying to say
yes,
is,
indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? Oh god, Last Testament.
What the heck?
Of course. Yep. Too bad.
Oh shit. Sorry, I was yawning. Oh shit.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Unbelievable.
Don't say lie, it makes it sound so dirty. I thought I'd just liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help you if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. Damn.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class? Technically, you didn't. Even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
What are you gonna do?
For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
You know, haven't you ever been... Who came up with it? Dude, just read the
But
dang thing.
hold on.
You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo. My family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Yes! Kill! They were probably worried that until the first murder that happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura... Alright, I'll stop doing character voices now.
I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
Is Hina about to attack Monokuma here and get got?
I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
This is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I'll do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
Damn. I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
This sucks.
No way!
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
Aww. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. It's the only way I have left to distinguish myself, and you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then
I
they'll
never
see.
saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else.
Ooh, is she gonna live now?
No matter what, just survive.
Because here I thought this was gonna end with Hina attacking Monokuma to get him to kill her. But with Sakura telling her to survive, I can see her being like, yes, I will, just for you. I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were so close, and still...
What are you gonna do? Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. It was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. The next victim has been decided.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
What?
Because she made us remember we're not enemies that hate each other. Well, Byakuya might have something to say about that, but hey. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there's a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want? How strange.
Are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. See, yeah, I knew Byakuya would have words about that.
Phew.
Lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't ya? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. This is why I am bowing out of the game? What?
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina are both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of this game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this
Don't make
game.
me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost the sense of excitement. What the fuck? Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
Clear now.
and that's to heap the harshest possible punishment on the one who thinks they can control me. Holy shit. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever a master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Hey,
Nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
heck?
Let's forget that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on
You
track.
want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
Are they just... Is he just going to, like literally, like, beating a dead horse?
Wrong.
Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whatever the old student I want. What? I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule.
Listen up.
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
What the fuck? All right. Oh, shit. Okay, this is wild. This is a fucking wild end to this thing.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What if it's Makoto and you start playing as somebody else? Alter ego? Oh, this makes me sad if it's alter ego. I'm scared. Oh, this makes me sad. Excavator destroyer. Oh. So he found out. That's so excessive. And now it's a bear ball. I thought he was going to kill like an actual living, breathing, organic student. You.
Oh no!
You turned her into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. What? They say for a post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. Fried, boiled, mashed, stuck in a stew. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. Poor alter ego. Oh yeah, she connected to the net, right? I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow.
I'm gonna do my best.
Alter ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. Bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. That was my friend. How dare you kill her? If they were your friend, gender them right.
What's the matter?
What's next? Friends with a basketball? She wasn't just a laptop, she was my friend. The only AI I support. Agreed. Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? You can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out in it all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
Actually,
I knew about alter ego from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with a laptop, and I know you were trying to use it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start.
What are you thinking?
yep.
The data on that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get out of here. She wanted to help at the risk of her own life, and for that, she was killed.
Very nice.
It's kind of a weak cutscene, not gonna lie. It wasn't my favorite execution. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. Someday you will pay for this. You're super mad, like just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Time to bring things to a close, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
yep.
Bit more of Sakura's note. Oh, narrator voice again. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Well, obviously it's messing with their memories, right? Because a lot of them all seem to know each other, but they don't seem to remember, because we've seen those pictures of all the students hanging out in the before times, right?
Too bad.
Book club is dismissed for today. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
Time to get back of all of you for hardening your resolve.
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser.
What?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I'm going to sit down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. What a stubborn loser. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Bye, Monokuma. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think long, think hard. See ya. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us? Yeah, didn't Kyoko say in the other trial, "What did you do to my body?" or something like that? Yeah, literally I was one click away from it. As after Celeste's trial.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body? See, it was literally the thing I said just a second ago.
Hey.
Mastermind did something to our bodies. I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? No, that's 999. That's Zero Escape. That's a different series altogether. Same developer, different series. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and in a couple video games I played.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But
Now what do we do?
yes.
Poor Byakuya. He's lost his whole sense of self. Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
Dang. I would never have lost to that kind of challenge.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Poor Hina. Hey, at least my favorite surviving character is still alive. I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. Uh-oh. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? She is blushy.
What did you say?
What the heck?
I called you a sleazeball because you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
No, 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 no!
Stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous.
I want the abuse give and take. Me! Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Apparently just halfway, according to the game. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ding dong.
Okay.
It's nighttime again. We've heard this. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Where? Key up? Catch up? Wake up! Grab your brush and put a little makeup. The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy self-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Kyoko.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
Interesting.
I said yes.
Shut the fuck up. Listen.
So Kyoko's here.
For the third time, I said yes.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake.
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Whew.
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
Hey,
Always. You don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, this is intriguing. Hey, game, it's not midnight, it's 3 a.m. Get it right.
Makoto.
What's your favor? Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, I just lost the game. I'm so sorry. The data center on the 4th floor.
Goodbye.
Without another word, she was gone. What is it, 2007? I'm sorry, folks. Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. Okay, guess we're heading to the data center. It was the first thing that came to mind. I'm sorry. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. I don't know why it was the first thing that popped into my head. It just was, okay? Give me a break. Put my hand at the door and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open.
What's this?
What are you doing up, mister? Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, hey, we get to hear the theme today. You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Were you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for fuck's sake. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. This theme really is a banger, isn't it? I gotta start putting this in the intros and outros of my videos I make.
Just a second.
Y'all both shut the fuck up.
You guys?
You guys. Oh, fuck. That just made me think of a video. I'll post it later. The two of you get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
I killed a computer.
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
shall we go?
Go on, get out of here, shoo. Go on, get. So we left and head back to our rooms.
Goodbye.
And then, dip. She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. Then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing.
Whew.
Don't worry about it. She's playing that 5D chess, isn't she?
Goodbye.
Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave, I just lost the game again. Oh, Makuro Ikusaba. Kyoko is right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
What?
The one they call the ultimate despair.
What the fuck?
Watch out for her.
I don't know how to react to that. Da 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 da. Oh, R.I.P. Alter Ego. Yes, I would like to say, hey, I got an achievement. Let's go.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
That name again.